Okay. I think in the last video I was just talking about a bunch of other rumors that's going on for the Knicks, but right now we're getting a few more rumors that seem a bit more realistic. Okay, first and foremost, we gotta address the rumors about Carmelo Anthony and Chris Paul possibly coming to the Knicks, obviously with the whole CAA thing. But then also with Tom Thibodeau, maybe the veterans that he would need to also trickle in with our younger players. Those might be the guys that we start with. So that comes with some kind of move that goes around Chris Paul and Carmelo Anthony being picked up in free agency. But then we got the breaking news of the rumor that's going around with the Knicks possibly looking to move Julius Randle right away for this deal.
Julius Randle to the Utah Jazz for Mike Conley and draft considerations.
What are we gonna go with? I kind of like the Michael Conley move. Obviously, I would love to have Chris Paul, but there's a lot more that comes with the Michael Conley move if we decide to go that route. But also, is Julius Randle not a part that might be shipped with Charlotte? We have to remember a few months ago, before the lottery or anything hit, Charlotte and New York were already in talks to make a move with Julius Randle. All of a sudden, Julius Randle has become the most important part of the New York Knicks right now as far as what we're going to do with our trades. We gotta talk about this. What's going on, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K here, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to like this video. Guys, I'm jumping right into this news because there's a lot going on right now. Julius Randle has become the most popular New York Knick as of late, because we have conversations like we talked about in the last video. We talked about a Victor Oladipo move. I had said it would be nice to move Julius Randle. I just don't see that making any sense for the Pacers and them not biting on a move like that. But now we are getting all kinds of speculation for some sort of move that be tailor-made around Chris Paul and his fat contract, and then also the Knicks possibly going after Carmelo Anthony in free agency. Well, that all got thrown out the window in my personal opinion when CP dropped the news that there is a possible move to move Julius Randle to the Jazz for Michael Conley and his contract that will be up at the end of the 2021 season. Now, like I said, the Chris Paul deal would bring in Chris Paul, but his deal next year, if I'm not mistaken, and this is me just ballparking, is around $18 million for next season, and then an extra $44 million the season after that, compared to Michael Conley, where this season it would be over.
The Jazz are going to be looking to re-up Donovan Mitchell this offseason and keep their team competitive in the West.
Now, if what CP's saying is true, I'm not against it. The only thing that has me against that move is the possibility of us still using Julius Randle as a possible pog to get that pick from Charlotte with at number 3. Now, we remember a while ago we saw this report that conversations were being had with Charlotte to possibly shop Julius Randle over to the Hornets. We saw this report a few months ago. Obviously, this was before the lottery. Now that the lottery's in place, I'm sure that there's the conversation still going back and forth to work some sort of deal to move Julius Randle and some other pieces to possibly snag us that 3rd overall pick. It'd be a lot. There's a lot of ins and outs. There's a lot of logistics, a lot of stuff that you'd have to put together to make the right deal for that 3rd overall pick involving Julius Randle as the marquee guy, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. This is why I believe that this is going to be a draft day move that's going to happen. If the Knicks aren't able to put a trade package together to get that 3rd overall pick with the Hornets that involves Julius Randle, then this CP news that he's dropping might end up being the move that happens in the draft. And we also know that we are bringing in Johnny Bryant, who is somebody that works really close with the guards with Utah and now is a part of the New York Knicks staff. So to have a familiar face could help push in what Johnny Bryant wants to do forward with his wants to proceed forward with his guards with the New York Knicks. Wants to do for it. That doesn't even make any sense. That's what I'm seeing this as. I'm seeing this as a plan B if the original plan doesn't follow through. If we're not able to make that deal to bring in a Charlotte pick or maybe even a Warriors pick. I feel like the Warriors pick is such a long shot. I don't believe we have a chance with the Warriors, but I think we have a better shot with the Hornets and getting a pick from the Hornets. I feel like if that falls through, then this might be the deal that is made on draft day where we shop Julius Randle over and we bring in Michael Conley, because like CP said, said, it's looking like Julius Randle and him being moved is priority number one for the Knicks. And to be completely honest, in all due respect, it should be. And it has nothing to do, I know it's so easy for people to go in on Julius Randle. I've had, on time to time, I've been very critical of Julius Randle, but in the same sense, it's more so the fact that he just does not fit with this roster. That's the unfortunate part. I just feel like with the New York Knicks, with the build of the Knicks, and if him trying to be that number one guy, Julius Randle is not a number one option. So to ship him would make the most sense, so we can build around getting a better fit for the Knicks at the 4. We talk about all the time, we want to stretch 4. There's the Davis Bertans conversations. There was the Christian Wood conversations that are there. There's the Obi Toppin possible drafting conversations. And that's the thing that would make the most sense. If Obi Toppin, in fact, does fall to us at 8, then you don't blink an eye twice and you pick him up. I know a lot of people might have their thoughts about Obi Toppin, but there are a lot of people that are fans of Obi Toppin, and I'm fine making that gamble with Obi Toppin if he drops down to 8, even if Denny falls down at 8. Or with the same guy we talk about all the time, Poku he probably will be available at 8. There's a lot of options there at 8 that make a little bit more sense to pick up to get that stretch 4 position, because once Julius Randle is then moved, it makes more sense where we can fill in right there. So I'm a fan of this. Obviously, I've been saying I want to move Julius Randle. I still would love to see us get that point guard and then still move Julius Randle, aka making that trade and drafting LaMelo Ball, and then possibly getting somebody off free agency, whether it's Bertans, whether it's Christian Wood, or whether it's anybody else, or hey, we even draft somebody later on in the draft, like a Jalen Smith, or anybody else that's still available at the bottom end. You never know, because there's so many possibilities around this. But man, I really like the makings, at least as far as these rumors that are being put together. I really like the makings of what is to come with the NBA draft, because I feel like that there's so many possibilities that this could honestly be a good draft night for us. Now, again, we've seen more times than not that trades and stuff never really typically happen. Not the big moves that we expect or anticipate to happen at draft night. Those normally don't happen. But in that same breath, with everything that's being pieced together right now, and with the connections with Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau being a veteran guy, a lot of this is making a lot of sense. So I would not put it out of the realm of possibilities that if we do not make that Julius Randle move with Charlotte to get that 3rd pick to possibly snag LaMelo Ball, then I could definitely see that Utah Jazz trade that CP was talking about over on Knicks Fan TV happening, and then we draft Obi Toppin or whoever is available as a big man or a stretch at the 8th position. But what do you guys think? How are you guys feeling about that? How do you guys feel about that proposed trade with Utah? If that is something that the Knicks are actually going to do, how do you feel about that? Are you a fan of that? Also, are you a fan of the Knicks moving Julius Randle and probably Dennis Smith Jr. and some pieces to get the 3rd overall pick? How do you guys feel about that? Do you agree with me in the order that we're going to be looking at Charlotte? If it doesn't happen with Charlotte, then they make that move with the Jazz. Let me know all of your thoughts on these moves in the comments below. I'm so excited to see what you guys have to say. And on that note, it's time for comments of the video. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is when we go to the comment section of the last video. I pick out 3 comments, we talk about them in this video, and let's get it. Also, if you haven't already, hit the join button. The membership plan is there. Please join it if you want to help out the channel so we can proceed to make content like this and possibly more content like this or better than this. You know what it is. New price $2.99. Shout out to all of my members right now. These are the members right here. As of right now, I do know the members off the top of my head. It should be Dylan, Dre, my boy Andre, Dre Day, and Alex Collins. 3 members. Shout out to you guys. All love, all appreciation. Join today. Next to subscribe button, $2.99. Appreciate you. Comments of the video. One survivor says, if I'm the Knicks, I'm just staying at 8 and drafting Vassell, Poku, or Kira. Now, here's my thing. I want to hear what you guys say after you see this video. Do you think that what I'm saying might be the new plan for the Knicks? Do you think we should just still stay at 8 and then do that trade with the Jazz? Let me know your thoughts on that one survivor. I'm curious. Sir Johnson said, glad that I am not the only one that would trade Mitch for the 3rd pick. Give me LaMelo and Obi. No, whoa, hold on there, Chief. Sir, I didn't say I'm trading for the 3rd pick. I said I'm willing to trade him for the 2nd pick. The 3rd pick, I'm not giving Mitchell Robinson to the Hornets. I feel like we could make, like I said, with Julius Randle and other pieces, we can make that work with the Hornets. I don't think we got to give them Mitchell Robinson. I ain't just handing them out. That ain't happening. I ain't just handing them out. It's the Warriors or the T-Wolves, and that's it. Also, too, a lot of you guys came at my neck in my last video. I'm not shopping Mitchell Robinson. This is not me just trying to give out Mitchell Robinson. I'm saying if the trade is proposed and I'm getting the second pick and Mitchell Robinson is involved in that move, I am accepting the deal. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we need to be looking for any deals with Mitchell Robinson, all right? There's a difference between shopping and accepting the possible trade proposal that can help us in the long run. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I'm standing by my thoughts on that. Yeah. See, this is one example right there. Rodney Parker. Look, my man sent me 2 posts, and he's trying to make sure he keeps tabs on me, and I respect it. But I'm gonna read 2 of yours. I know I only do 3 comments. I'm reading 2 of Rodney Parker's comments. Rodney Parker says, "Once you even brought up Mitchell in a trade, got me thinking about unfollowing you." I felt that. He then followed that by saying, "This will be a receipt when I come back to this post next year. You're trying to clean it up, but I see right through it. You don't believe in him. ... This is what I'm talking about. People want to see these things as just... what I said is that if there is a deal, like I just said, if there is a deal that involves Mitchell Robinson to get the 2nd overall pick in the draft, and I'm keeping the 8th pick, meaning I get the 2nd and 8th pick, and you're telling me I get 2 future prospects for the price of 1? I'm sorry. I am accepting that deal. You can be in love with Mitchell Robinson all you want. I love Mitchell Robinson. I will still love Mitchell Robinson as a Warrior. It would suck. But in that same breath, for my New York Knicks, if I'm getting 2 prospects for the price of 1, I'm doing it. No one can talk me away from that not making any sense. I am apologizing. But like I said, in no way, shape, or form am I putting Mitchell Robinson on a trade block and looking to shop him. There is a huge difference between shopping a player, okay? I'm not trying to say that we need to get rid of Mitchell Robinson now. He gotta go. As I talk with Mitchell Robinson on my shirt right now. Get the merch. I'm just saying, I'm just being realistic. I am a Knicks fan first. That's all I'm saying. But look, if you guys want to see it as that, then see it as that. Rodney, my guy, I'm not running away from it. If we don't move and Mitchell Robinson turns into a superstar, that's fine. I stand by what I said. And I will stand by what I said, all right? Anyways, Dream Boy CK, you know the deal. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to like this video. People, let me know all your thoughts about everything in the comments below. And once again, huge shout out to the members that joined the CK crew. I'm looking at you, Dre Day. I'm looking at you, my boy Alex Collins, and I'm looking at you, Dylan. Shout out to the day ones. Appreciate you guys so much. Join today, right next to the subscribe button. I'm out of here. Let's get it. See you on the next one, and peace.
Feeling like I won the lotto. Always taking trips with a new chick, asking where the time goes. And I wonder if this is all I'll know.